Hey guys, let's look at a game, kadoban game, me and Sprang. You've seen me take him from 3 stones down to 6 stones, and we're going down the road towards 7 pretty quick. And this is the first game where he was held his ground, played strong, and accomplished the task. So let's see how he did that. Good question here, what to do. His response here is pretty interesting. Let's go through his thinking. Well, am I weak there? Well, if I do nothing, white plays here. No, I think everything's fine. I'm going to live comfortably. I don't see anything to do. And here, I'm actually doing something. I like it. I like the attitude. I do not see that I'm in trouble. So I'll go to something positive that relates to what this top stone is trying to do. So I like the stand. I come in, corner, makes sense. Don't get surrounded. Don't get cut. He could also play here. But notice, once I fix, it's still something there. But when he fixes this way, there are no cuts left to defend. So it's stronger. I like it. We're not talking about best moves. We're talking about saying, I'm going to stand strong here. I hit this guy, responds. I'm developing center. Let's look at his thinking here. If I do nothing and white surrounds me, I could start feeling a little uncomfortable here. I could start, I'm starting to feel a little surrounded. And if I play this way, I'm getting out and breaking up what white's trying to do. I love it. There's other moves, but this fits well, I think. Very good defense, really good size-wise. It's a good move. This one I don't get. Black's all the way finished, both his groups. He's fine. White can't do much on top. If white gets 2 moves in a row, 1 and 2, it's still not particularly big. So there's nothing to stop white from doing on top. There's no defense on top. I think he just saw, oh, I remember this move. This should be okay. Yeah, it's not horrible, but not great either. So one thing you could do is to say, well, white's kind of built a wall from A to B. That means that my C stone is plastered up against a long wall. Maybe I should do something like this. Really support that stone as I take the corner. That would make sense. Really, really big and strong. Oh, but then white gets this in. Just play away. Doesn't mean, or how about here? Really taking all the air out of white sails. Here, not necessary. Tari, and then I come in. Okay. Black got A, but he's got so many stones up there, 0 need. But now look at the B stone. Very separated. So white's found a way in. So our first mistake, the first not thinking well. Okay. He's asking white to hurt his stone more. I don't like that. I don't like that. How about I'm just going to defend myself and not ask you to hurt that stone. So here, I'm kind of glad. See that stone being more and more surrounded? Now it can't get out. We just play here, and the same move is much easier because the stone isn't strong anymore. Okay, so he kicks, comes out. I didn't like surrounding this way because as he just walks out, it hurts me. So I surrounded this way, supporting my weak group, pushing him up against the big wall. It's a very thin wall, but still hard. Blocks black quite a bit. And he's thinking, well, I can live. That's not a problem. Well, granted, that's true, but you're putting yourself in a position that's difficult. I love getting this move in. I got perfect shape all the way around now. Kind of stopping black from living as I develop my little safety area. He comes out. I finish my shape. He plays here. He must be thinking, this is really getting awkward. You know, now I have to come back here. Well, why don't I just play there to begin with so there's no chance of getting cut, and now I'm actually out. Okay, I'm not against that. I think it might be better here. Same thing, right? I still can't cut, but he's just out more. Same thing. Come in the corner. Place this one. We should do a tutorial on A, B, and C, the three different ways and what they all mean. A's possible here for sure. The most straightforward, white has two weak groups. If white lives, then it's, sorry, if white lives, then the group on the left is really getting hurt. So this is the most straightforward. That really is not a strong white group yet. So I think this is probably best. He plays here, forcing white to live, and I can choose when I'm going to do that. Basically makes that corner small in Gote. Whoever takes it has to invest a whole move for a fairly small corner. We're here. This move, he seems to be saying, you didn't defend B, and I don't mind helping my A stone. It's a lot of white around me. I think I'll go after B as a means of settling. Okay. I think B's kind of small. The one side of the B stones is completely settled. Zero white, zero that the B group can do there. The second side, very small extension, not very interesting. So it's not a great area. Let's look at the other way. Now the single stone's attacking the two. What's white going to do? Here, Well, now this makes more sense because we have to do some defense. That would make some sense. So I think this is a little better. But still, he's doing something practical, making sure he's defended and going after some points. Okay, not biggest, but reasonable. Let's look at his Joseki, and let's just look at it this way. Very finished, lots of points, very strong, no problem. Yeah, just follow Joseki. He switches thinking bottom's bigger. Well, the two stones you put over here, remember, I can just get out. The two stones are not settled. And you just said you want white to play on black's weak side because the bottom's so big. You can't take all that bottom. So this is a little too hopeful. Yeah, but I can just cut right through that, right? Just cut. I'm alive in the corner already. There's still two weak black groups. I thought I'd do it this way. Okay. He's saying, I'm starting to get in some trouble. My two stones are becoming unsure. Let me just kill the two. Done. Points, security. Okay. But then I can come after the other stones, right? He came down, not defending. Then I put him in a position where he felt he had to defend. Then I got to come back and stop his other thing. So just do the one thing well. Okay. Sorry if I'm rambling too much. Okay. White attacks. I like it. White has a very strong pillar, thick to the center, thick to the left, about to surround his group. And there's a lot of getting out here that I can do. I thought I'd kill this threatens to cut and kills his eye space. And I'm going to put that on hold for now. Right about here, we can see the A group as a target, right? White, black, white. Let's have black cut, Atari. See, the group is really having some trouble here. I'm not saying these would be the moves. I mean, black, now I have to defend. I mean, I'm just trying to draw the picture that black's A group, there's something to do there. And I thought, okay, now's the time. Well, just a second. If indeed the B stones have Samaji, then when I split, I'm attacking two groups. So right here, I started doing a lot of reading about can I escape? Can I get those stones out? Everything I read, like, no, I can't get the stones out. Well, what about this direction? No, no life, no running. They're only Aji for much later, like in-game kind of thing. So if I split, it's not a splitting attack. He only has to defend one group. That's kind of an easy thing to do, defend one group. So I went the other direction. Let's start here and live creating some weak black stones. Okay, makes sense. Now, I'm going to treat my white stones as rather thick because it's hard for them to surround me here. This group, that's weak. So I'm going to get out, put some pressure on this center group, put some pressure on, he's not all connected yet down here. So this is applying a lot of pressure. Comes out, I'm still weak. Oh, I thought now's the time. Let's start this. I needed some reading for this. If he tries this, oh, well, this is getting a little bit easy to split him, right? Yeah, he can cut me. That doesn't, I'll just get, that's only one eye, right? Yikes, he's almost dead. This is way too good for white. So I thought, well, let's start here. If I just say Atari, he can Atari back. I thought, well, let's come out once. I can do it again. I can do it again. I can say Atari. Okay, let's connect. Okay, that's not an eye yet, right? That's a false eye. So him Ataring me, I don't care so much. If I take, let's first look if I don't take. It's really hard now. This is all Sente, right? Black's getting all these moves in Sente. If I take and he does nothing, saves the cut, Atari. So he's got some real weaknesses. So I take in Sente. He defends this way, which it's black is weak here. It's hard to find a good way. Let's just look at this. White, black says Atari, save, Atari, save, out. There we are, false eye again. So black's still in trouble. I get out as I continue to surround. Have to connect up here. Get my group out. Feeling pretty good. Get out. Okay, he's peeping here, trying to separate my left side group that's not alive from my bottom group, which is not alive. And if he kills my bottom group, you can see my cursor, then that saves his other group. So he goes to cut. I threaten to cut him. He says, no, I'm going after the group here. I like that. He's really aware he needs to counterattack, and he's doing it. Okay. I said, I'm going to kill your whole group. You take my little batch of stones, I'll kill the whole thing. He says, no, can't do that. Go to connect. So I'm near life on this whole group, almost alive. Well, see the bottom group getting in trouble now? This is a good little class today on everything white does. Putting pressure, attacking. All these groups got in trouble. Trying to cut. Can't really afford to save the stone. The idea is if he escapes, Atari, cut in Sente, and then go after the group. He says, no, I'll just. Guess he's saying that he needs this move. Black is out to the 2 stones here. In other words, he's all the way out to his upper right corner. So this move doesn't defend, doesn't threaten. It's just a little bit, just small points. So this is like his second move that's off the road, off the path. Everything else, he's on the path doing the right thing. He's not doing it in the most efficient way. He's not doing it necessarily correctly, but he's getting the job done. That's what had him win the game. He's getting the job done. It's only the second move that he's just off path. It's very hard to stay on the path the whole game. Threaten to cut, capturing the stone. Very meaningful move. Wow. Finally got all connected up in Sente. Cut through. Tari. Now, I know he can capture here. Let's look at it this way. Capture. I'm about to cut him. If I cut, he can't cut me back. So, Atari. Capture. Oh, only one eye. True, but he can find other eyes. Okay, so I'm not ready yet. So I'm like, let's start with threatening that group, making sure I'm not cut. Okay. Searching for any Aji I can find here. Oh, anything I can find. Nothing. If I connect, I'm dead. If I run out, I'm dead. Okay, so at this point, it's time for white to resign. But I'm not positive black knows how to finish. So I take away what might be his second eye. Depends on what he does. So this is me saying, I'm going to kill you. That's an overstatement, but it's the only thing I have. It's time to resign. So I'm going to kill you. What are you going to do about that? Connect. Okay. Connect. Surround. Okay. Tari. Connect. Threatening to kill the entire bottom right group. Okay. I connect, saying, if you cut me apart, if black cuts, I can say, Atari, black can't save. So at this point, I'm connected. Okay. So I stop the ko, which means my whole group is alive, right? This group, black is dead. That's over. So now we're back to this part of the group. He's trying to get a hold of the second part of the group. Fine. So if I do this, he has a second eye, right? So I'm trying to take away the second eye. I'm thinking that I can make this, instead of it being I'm hoping for a rabbity 6 or 7, so I can remove it. So there we go. And what I'm thinking is Atari, Connect, Capture, rabbity 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. But he can make another eye. And it's not rabbity 7, because when he plays here, he can get a second eye. So it's not working anyway, but a little bit close. But he held on enough. Oh, he's just barely alive in a number of spots. But he held on and connected when he needed to, counterattacked when he needed to, and got the job done. And that's what he'd been struggling with, is not being specific enough. And here, when it was time to defend, he played a move that defended rather than in general it sort of defends. No, it did the job. And to play better, you can say, oh, I don't need to because I didn't realize I'm already connected, or I'm already alive, or I can take Sente now. Well, that's huge. I mean, it's just doing things better and more efficiently. So anyway, there's the game. I'm very glad he stopped me. This was for 7 stones. Like, here we go to 7. He says, no way. And he stood his ground and got it done. I was very excited. Hard game. Okay, guys, hope it was good for you. Catch y'all later. Bye.